Okay, every dish just has their specific meaning. You want to
Yes.
have fish in there because fish in Chinese is also means you have
Hi, everyone. This is a podcast with two Asian American women
sharing and learning about everyday life experiences cross-generationally.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Happy Lunar New Year. We are so thrilled to be with each and every one of you today. We are celebrating Lunar New Year, as Ellen mentioned, through the eyes of someone who's lived it deeply. Our guest today is a Taiwanese American teacher who's celebrated Lunar New Year for over 30 years in Taiwan. So not just as a holiday, but a way of life that's rooted in family, respect, and tradition. So today we have a very special guest, Qiu Lao Si, or Mrs. Min Holliday. Let's welcome Min.
Thank you very much for inviting me to here. First, let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Hui Holliday. My Chinese name is Hui Min, Qiu Hui Min. Therefore, a lot of times American people don't really know how to pronounce the word Hui, Hui. So I just kind of making easy ways. So either call me Hui Holliday, Min Holliday, Qiu Hui Min, Qiu Lao Si. Anyway, I will respond all the word that you call me. I'm very easygoing. I am a high school teacher at William Rance High School. Currently, I'm teaching Chinese. It's been 12 years to teach in Duval County Public Schools, 9 years at high school. Yeah, pretty much it. And I'm very welcome to share my experiences with you all.
That's wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your family too. You mentioned you live in Jacksonville in Rains, or go to teach at Rains.
So 2012, I moved to Jacksonville. Since then, I just live in here forever. So I'm a Duval person, right? Duval. And yes, but before that, I lived in Taiwan over 30 years. Then I had my baby. Then I moved to America until now. And currently I live with my current husband and with my three beautiful children. My husband's name is Octavius Holliday. He is a prosecutor. He's running for judge in Duval County as well. My three kids, one is 8th grader, one is 7th grader, and another one is 5th grader.
Wow. So you stay pretty busy. Obviously, your life right now. We would like to hear a little bit. If you take us back, can you take us back to in time what you did for Lunar New Year growing up? What did that look like and feel like for you?
Oh well, so I don't know how many people familiar with Taiwan's population, but I'm mixed Taiwanese and Hakka. So I do have both of backgrounds in when I was a little kid. Generally, when I was young, my father is Hakka. So I had to go to my grandparents' house. My grandparents' house was like it's called Sanhe Yuan. So it's a huge house, but it has like 9-10 rooms in there. And every New Year, all family members go to that house and have a reunion. Now, mind you, my grandmom, she is amazing, though. She already passed. She was amazing. She has 9 children. So I have 8 uncles and aunties, right now I don't even remember their name anymore. But during the Chinese New Year, all these 9 siblings, include my father, everybody bring their family members to the house. So you can tell that is a really huge reunion every single year. That's the beginning what we did. And then since day one, all the wives have to go to the kitchen cook every single traditional dishes and whatever every single day, 3 meals a day. It remain around, if I remember right, at least 1 or 2 weeks every day. So we just play with our cousins, hang out with this and that relatives, and saying hi to everybody, and have really great meals every night. And traditionally, we get money. We don't sleep until midnight. That's the very traditional way that what we did year by year.
Can I
think that,
interrupt?
I'm sorry.
You said like 2 week period?
Well, no, so we get the money only the New Year's Eve to
Right,
the
but
New
you
Year's
said
time.
that the family would get together 1 to 2 weeks prior to
One,
the.
I think we remain at least 1 week to 2 weeks. My father likes to stay there as long as possible. He really loves his parents and always just ask us to stay there as long as possible. So
Gotcha.
if I remember right, until my middle school's age, we reduced a lot because Taiwan, or a lot of Asian countries, we got to deal with the test. The students have to prepare the test, study hard. So start from middle school, I couldn't go to the family reunion that long anymore. I got to pass the test to go to high school and college. Right. So if I remember correctly, we still remain at least 1 week to go over there.
Okay. So it's a whole celebration. It's not just a one day. It's actually like over a week at least. Okay.
Right. And every day has different schedule. Like adults would discuss, today, usually New Year's Day, what do we do is all family together.
And eat.
I'm sorry.
And eat.
And eat, right. And until the first day of the new year, that's a January 1st of the lunar calendar. I think 2R, which is the January 2nd lunar calendar. That day, generally, women would go to their family. Like if I'm married, I would go back to visit my mom and my dad.
Mm.
That is the second day, if I remember right. But as I said, my mom, she did not have that luxury. She has to wait a little bit later because my father's side grandparents are not living close to my mom's side parent. So my father's parents would call Ye Ye and the Nai Nai, and my mom's side parents would call weeklong and the weepo. That's the grandparents.
Yes.
So based on the mom and dad side, we call different ways. So my weeklong weepo do not live close to Ye Ye and the Nai Nai.
Yes.
So the celebration is always with the male family.
Yeah, Asian culture is always be like that way. We follow our husband, and we got to go to the husband's family. Even right now, I'm married American guy. The culture has different, but I don't change my mind though. I don't
Now,
change
is
my
that
mind.
still practiced now?
Me?
No. Like, because that was years ago in Taiwan.
Right.
Is that still how it's practiced now?
Yeah, I think generally in Taiwan, people still doing the same thing. They're still going to their husband's family.
Okay.
New Year's time. Kids get red envelopes, which is money. Whatever, eating at the father's family. And when they go to mom's side, the grandparents' side, there would be second day of January 2nd of the lunar calendar. And then they celebrate the date over there, still eating, and getting money from them, doing the things like that. Yeah.
That's great. What type of foods did you see growing up? What kind of foods did you eat and were cooked? Because you have Hakka, which, if you wouldn't mind explaining just a little bit of for those who aren't familiar with Hakka, and then Taiwanese. So they're a little different in the cultures. So what type of food?
For Chinese New Year, there's not a lot of difference, honestly. Everybody, New Year, always have a tons of meat, different kind of meat. You would have fish for sure. Because fish. Oh, okay. Every dish just has their specific meaning. You want to have fish in there because fish in Chinese is also means you have a lot of leftover, which means how to say that I earn the money, I spend the money, and I hope that I have some savings. Savings is also meaning as like you leftover. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So when they eat fish as 鱼, that means you have something left over. Means wish you have more and more money accumulated in your account. So we say 年年有余. Every year you have something in your account when you eat fish.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. Some people would like to eat noodles, and like my family was very strict in that. Like when you eat noodles, we cannot bite it. You have to keep eating that. You cannot bite it because the noodles remains the life.
Oh,
So
okay.
the longer eating the noodles, the longer life that you have. It's a kind of good way.
Slurp the noodles and not bite it. Okay, I got to remember that.
Because if you
You're
break,
right.
you break
No, Chinese, like my family has very strict rules in the table manner. So if we do have hands like that, right away, somebody would come here, either my uncle, my grandpa, or my grandma, my mom, my dad, whatever. Some people would come here right away, grab me up, hands has to be in. It's a lot of rules. And you're talking about slurping. Oh, that would never happen in my family. They'll be very, very, very mean and straight to look at me as like, are you crazy? You're not going to have slurping sound like that.
Really?
So when you eat the noodles, you cannot bite it, but you cannot have that sound. So what can you do? I just have a spoon and put all the noodles in the spoon and just eat it together. That's what I did.
That's interesting because
But in the dramas, you slurp it.
and I was not taught, but I saw my family slurp, and my family's Taiwanese, but they did it because it's like a compliment. Have you heard that?
Japanese is very initiating that.
Oh,
Like the louder, it's like a compliment.
yeah.
Oh my God, that's so delicious.
Yeah.
We don't do like that for
Okay.
my country. I mean, at least my family.
Yeah.
You have that sound. Everybody will like, oh my God, are you crazy? Like, like they would have to face us that way. But again, it depends on different family. I know some very traditional families, older people. They sometimes just like easygoing. It's just my family, my father's father, which is my grandpa. He already passed away, but he got educated in Japan. He has education from Japan. So he was very straight. When I say one, you better not to do two.
Yeah.
Something is going to come up right away. That's my family. Yes.
So she touched on food, but for me, and all I know about anything, Chinese or whatever, because I watch Asian dramas. I love watching Chinese dramas, especially. I love them. But what does it mean? I noticed that on the doorways, they have signs that they put around the doorways. And I noticed that the elderly, typically it's the elderly male, they will calligraphy write whatever that is, which that's another question. What do they write? What is the meaning of the calligraphy? What is that red thing? Can you tell me about all of that?
Right. So the red thing, I don't have that in my classroom, but the red thing that is called spring couplet, in Chinese, we call that is 春联. 春联. So spring couplet is usually for welcome the New Year's time. When you put the spring couplet on, they would have a lot of good words, something, it's a long phrase, and everybody would pick different meanings for them. Some families, they may had a very tough life last year. Then this year, they want to have some new new saying or new world for them, then they would like to have 新气象 or something 万象更新, everything is new, everything is better, like all these good meanings on the spring couplet. Right now, not a lot of people can use Chinese calligraphy or write that well anymore. I
Okay.
think a lot of people, even they can write it, they probably would rather go out to buy the spring couplet. People would already write it or they just print it. A lot of companies, they have that printed. You can buy it from the supermarket or somewhere. And I just visited my family 2 weeks ago. That was since 2013. It's been 13 years I did not see my mom and my dad, my sisters, and my brother. So it was very emotional.
And did you go there during the Lunar New Year when you went home?
No, so this year,
That's 2 weeks ago. Okay. Sorry.
right. So not yet, right. It was so what I could do because I'm in the high school is teaching.
Right.
Time is very limited. I only spent 5 days over there, and they're trying their best to have reunions with me and bring me that kind of New Year's vibe.
Mhm.
But they know I will not be able to be with them in Taiwan. So they
Did you
just
get a lot of red envelopes?
so talking about envelopes, you only will receive the envelopes, like my family. I only receive the envelopes until I have a job.
Okay.
That usually Chinese people would do like that, or after you graduate from college, you're supposed to have a job. Then parents probably will stop to give you the envelopes.
Gotcha.
And then when kids start having salaries, we would like to give back my parents
Gotcha.
red envelopes. Now, for me though, I started working when I was 17. So it was very young that I did not get the envelopes like that way anymore. But my father always, he is very traditional man. He always feel like no matter how old my daughter is, I'm gonna pay for her everything. I'm gonna give her red envelopes. Even this time I went back to visit him, he still gave me like tons of money. I was like, Dad, do you remember how old I am? 47. He possibly can be a grandfather very soon, but he was just like, being a father. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Speaking of red, because
why red?
envelope. Yes. Tell us a little bit more about the color red, because we're both wearing a little red. I think you're wearing red. Tell us about why that might be important.
Red is traditionally, I took that as I'm showing you this.
Perfect.
This is the red envelopes, and I prepare this for my students. I have 150 students, so it really cannot be a big thing. And
Right.
Duval County teacher do not allow to give students there is something trading money, so I'm not giving them money, okay? But I'm gonna show you what I'm giving them.
Yes.
So I'm giving them this.
Oh,
This is the symbol, and that is red. So why red color is very important traditionally, historically, people said, there's an animal which is called Nian, and that is translated as a year, Nian, and it's a monster called Nian Shou. So during the New Year's time, the big monster, the beast is coming out and try to eat kids and whatever, doing those things, crazy. And then people realize what the animal scared. The animal scared two things. One is the red color, and another is the firecrackers.
Okay.
Right. So they on that day when the Nian monster comes out, they fired firecrackers and then showing the color all red and found out, oh, that's working. So they make it as the traditions every single year, at the end of the year, when the Nian monster comes out, we are gonna do this and have everything is red because we want to, scare the monster away. And because they successfully scare the monster away, they see that it's a good sign, a lucky sign. Therefore, everything is red. Now, you're talking about the red. What I'm wearing this is not a red. We don't call that as red. This is red. You gotta have the real red, not burgundy, not light pink, not hot pink, not light red. Nah, you gotta have the real.
Yeah. It looked like red to me, but I guess it's not.
That's right. And also have gold color. Now you can, as you can tell, this red envelope this year, the zodiac is
Horse.
The horse.
Yes.
right.
Fire horse.
Fire horse.
Right.
Which is my next question.
Mhm,
Is the zodiac
mhm.
separate? Like here in the US, you have the zodiac signs, Leo, Capricorn, whatever, and then the New Year, which are two different things. But I noticed that at least in the Taiwanese or in the Asian that celebrate the lunar, I see a lot of this is the year of the horse.
That's it.
Does that mean then that the zodiac signs and the New Year go hand in hand? Like,
Yeah. Mainly people see zodiacs just like it's like we see the zodiacs as in America, good luck, bad luck, something like that. But because the year zodiac, Chinese zodiacs represent whole year, right? So people, it's not like the 12 horoscope. That's month by month. That's different. But this is whole year. So the year represent this one horse people would consider as a whole year luck or fortune, unfortunate.
That's great.
So you will always, some people would see the fortune tellers or visit them or Google or look for the computer to see is it good or bad. Like for me, my zodiac is horse as well.
me too.
That's cool.
You too?
Yes, I'm a horse.
So in Chinese lunar year, I'm not gonna reveal your age, but you're 12 years older than me though.
Yes.
Right. So we can use the Chinese zodiac to count the year. I can tell you your age right away.
Right.
And it should be accurate.
Right. That's neat.
So, right. So the thing is my zodiac is horse. And the month different. The Chinese New Year, I was born 1978, but the Western calendar, I was born 1979. Now that is very long story. I don't think I will have time to talk about the details of that, but I want to show this is a good sign for welcome money. Chinese people like to talk about money. Wish you have a lot of money. Wish you earned a lot of money. Everything is, right. So this is what I tell students. Hey, I wish you have a good job, have a good money. Put that on your bag and, hand it up and it will bring you some good sign. Good luck.
We love that. And wanted to see, because first we commend you for having the courage to immigrate here, right? Move here. And the cultural differences are very different too. So we're curious with the Lunar New Year, you celebrating it in Taiwan. Do you celebrate it now? How, what are some things that you do or don't do? How do you celebrate it, if at all?
Well, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a very, very good Taiwanese person in America. Well, because my kids grew up in America. I'm trying my best to give them some immersive environment to learn Chinese culture, but they don't know what that is. So what I can do is to share some food with them. So that the Chinese New Year time, usually not now anymore though. When they were younger, I would have hot pot during the Chinese New Year. I bought a real hot pot and have the food and whatever. Oh my gosh, Jacksonville sells Chinese food is super expensive. So it costs a lot, but that's once a year. So I like to, have that kind of celebrating. My mom likes to send some red clothes, dress, whatever for my kids, let them to wear. But as I said, they're American kids. They don't understand. Even I told them the story I just shared, the Nian story. Everybody should wear red and whatever. They're like, I don't really like red. I'm like, well, I don't care. This is New Year. You gotta wear it. This is, But yes. So in America, I don't really share. I don't really celebrate the Chinese New Year that much, but I do briefly and would try to bring that more for my kids.
Well, at least you're, part of teaching Chinese, you're at least teaching your 150 students.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is the celebration.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, the Chinese New Year, what I have to do for my students, I would cook for them.
Oh,
cook for
wow.
150 students and the colleagues. That is crazy. Now, I cannot cook a lot of real Chinese food. Means like at the New Year's time, you're talking about the rice cake, the hot pot, the fish. I cannot do it, but I can cook fried rice. So shrimp fried rice, chicken fried rice, some spring rolls, something like that to share with my students and my colleagues. That's what
we're getting hungry now already. I know it's about time to wrap up. So we just wanted to thank you so much for being here, taking the time to be here. And we just really loved it. I feel like we learned, I
learned a lot.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And I would prepare more things. I hope that I could have enough time. I would love to share some pictures or something that, during the New Year's that what they do. And I can, share with anybody. But right now, currently, I don't have anything. So I only can, verbally explain what it is.
Well, to end our episode, if you are to give us one, I don't want to say advice, but maybe something to bless our new year for those of us that are non-Chinese or want to be Chinese, what can you share with us or tell us?
Well, the really favorite sentence that I like to say, that's Chinese idiom. I like to say 事事如意, which means everything everything follows your wish for this new year. 事事如意. I like to use that phrase to everybody. So this year is a horse year, and I'm gonna wish everybody, wish all the audience in here, everybody, everything will follow your wish and make you happy. So in Chinese, we will say 新年快乐.
Which is what I want to say. That is the only Chinese I know in my however many years of living. And my most favorite 2 words are 新年快乐.
That's right. Everybody must always say 新年快乐.
Whatever.
I like to add on 事事顺心, means everything follow your wishes. That's what I like to say.
Okay.
事事顺心.
Okay.
新年快乐，事事顺心。Okay.
That's right. Yes.
邱慧明，邱老师, Mrs. Hui Holliday. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. And hopefully that we have time to see each other again. And I would love to share with everybody for everything.
Wasn't that just wonderful?
I loved it. I love 新年快乐. It took me a year and a half to even learn how to say that properly because, the part, whatever. But
good job.
But yeah, I'm able to say it. But click, like, and subscribe.
Yes.
And follow us on our other platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify.
We would really appreciate it. And just think, whether you celebrate Lunar New Year or not, feel free to comment on how you celebrate. If you don't and you want to, feel free to comment on how you want to celebrate too. It's just a celebration for really any background.
And maybe you celebrate it because, like me, you're the year of the horse.
Yes, exactly. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Happy Lunar New Year.